Chris Pappillion here. I'm with CEO of Tapper Scrap, Peter Morales, one of my good friends. Been knowing him a long time. Very good person. He does a lot of great things in the community, and he has a movement going. So, Peter, what got you into the sport of MMA?
And what got me into it, and this was almost like 14, 15 years ago when this started getting pretty popular around the area. When I was out there in Port Lavaca training, so way back in the day. That's when it was Icon with old Rod Green.
Yeah, I know Rod.
Yeah.
Good cornerback. He played for Victoria High.
Yeah, Rod.
Played for Washington too.
Rod started bringing on shows, and I met Rod through Gyro, and I think we went to one of his shows, and that's where it all started. I was, we were there at the show, and I was like, man, I want to do this shit.
Yeah, so you soaked in the game.
Yeah.
See, because I've helped you a few times, and then like I've learned how to do it, like how you set up the cage and all the work that goes into it. But a lot of people don't see all the details. There's so many details. Because I know when you say, hey, Pap, come help me, I'm trying to move cages, metal, and all this. And what impresses me about you is you'll do this shit yourself.
Yeah.
You're moving these, and this metal is heavy.
Yeah.
I'm a powerlifter, and I'm gassed out. I'm like, Peter, can you give me some water? This is crucial right here. So you've had to do this yourself for like 7 hours at a time.
Yeah, it's man, a lot of people don't see what goes on the behind the scenes of putting a show on. And I'm not gonna lie, after my first show, I was like, man, fuck this.
Yeah.
I don't wanna do this shit again.
Yeah.
It's a lot, and people show up to the event, they see the lights, they see all the stuff, and damn, this is badass. But what goes into it is it's a lot.
But then you develop help after that. It's not just you anymore. Because
Yeah.
then once people see that you're doing, and then the light that's shining on you, then they want to be a part of it. So now you have a little more help. So it's a little more easy as you go.
No, I got a lot of help now, man. I got my own setup crew, takedown crew. It's a lot. I don't need to be there, but I'm there still. That's just who I am. It's like I need to see what the hell's going on. But man, I got a great team now.
Yeah, because I remember this last show, me and you were at the storage unit. We were loading up all that stuff, and it's a lot of hard work, man. I was like, wow, I really respect Peter. This is a lot that goes into it.
Say,
you don't get enough
man,
credit.
You said, man, you said everything I lift is north to south.
The north and south, this shit's crazy, bro. I wanted to tap out for real. Okay, so not only do you throw MMA events, you've been a fighter yourself. So how is that like transitioning? You're being a fighter, you're training for these competitions and stuff like this, to now throwing the competitions. Like, what made you want to just cross over and love the sport so much where you've done both? Because a lot of people could throw meat, but you've actually you're willing to get in there, win, lose, or draw, and then not only that, as a CEO, you do a really good job of throwing the show.
Yeah, and the difference is from actually being in the cage and then being the promoter of the event was I get to look at it from a fighter's point of view. Like, so when I fought for Icon, and I didn't get the recognition, all the flyers, the promos, and all that. So when I started becoming a promoter, I was like, man, I want to give these fighters like the wow factor. So when they come fight for Tapper Scrap, they know they're gonna get the highlights, the promos, the flyers, the constant promoting, instead of just, hey, we have a fight, and give them the light. So I want them to feel like, like when they walk in, it's like, wow, this is for me.
This is amazing.
Yeah, and that's what I try to give them. Not just the fighters as well too, like even for the fans that come in, like when you talk to them, like, man, dude, you need to go to the Tapper Scrap event. Like, it's a whole vibe.
We cussed you out when you said you weren't gonna do it no more.
Yeah,
like, bitch, you got me fucked up. You used to throw this shit.
Not just you, everybody did, man.
Yeah.
Everybody did. But I needed that break. I had to get it. My mental health was fucked, and that's
yeah. It's a lot of the shit talking, the haters, because with you being successful comes the haters, the people talking down and that.
I wasn't too worried about them.
The politics, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was more of the politics and stuff like. As long as you know me, I never gave two fucks what someone thought about me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who inspired you to do the promotion? Was it Rod, or was it what inspired you to say, hey, you know what? I fought. I've gotten this cage. I've won, lost. Whatever happens, happens. But what inspired you to cross into promotion and really do really well at it?
I mean, it was really Rod, you know, Rod Green. So I would always, Rod was, was a good friend of mine. You know, and I used to always reach out to him about, hey man, let's do a show together. Let's do a show together. And he would always tell me, you don't want it. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do it. And he was like, it's one, you can lose friends. It's a cutthroat business, and like everything he said was right. Lost friends. It's cutthroat. I've been, had people that I thought I trusted reported me to the state. All types of shit, went on. And but it was this one time when he was like, "You really want to do it?" He was like, "Put a show on at a bar." And
did you put a show on?
I did at Breezy's. The very first show I ever did. I did it.
There was enough room?
Yeah, I put over 1,000 people in the backyard at Breezy's underneath the pavilion.
Okay. Where was Breezy's? Is a different spot now. Breezy's.
Yeah. So it was the one, the Breezy's, the old Breezy's.
Old Breezy's, okay.
Like going towards, I think, Hallettsville.
I wasn't. I was on vacation.
Yeah, you were on vacation. But yeah, so I put a ring back there. I pulled fighters off the streets. Like, put on gloves, headgear, all this shit, and it blew up. Like, Tap Scrap, it blew up after that night to where I ended up getting reported, and I know by who, a few of them.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Then they had to go to court, had to do a lot of shit, and the whole time, it took me a year to get my license. So, what I was trying to do was just trying to build a platform to give the local fighters, somewhere, instead of going out of town, to have something in your backyard.
Let's go right here.
Yeah, but, with that came, you got a bunch of haters who are saying, oh, man, what you're doing is bad for the sport. It's not good. It's illegal. Shit wasn't, it was illegal to the state because it was unsanctioned. But I had all the right stuff. I had a doctor there.
So you were really on some hood shit at that time.
Yeah.
A little bit.
but it was legit. It was fun.
No, it was fun, yeah.
Yeah.
But then so then that taught you the technical aspect of, okay, I gotta go with this paperwork, I gotta go get this, make sure that I'm straight. So that taught you the repercussion of, okay, let me get this fully okay with everything so I could continue. Okay, so after going through all of that, what made you continue? Because the person that would go through that, right? Yeah. They would say, you know what, fuck this, is too much. So what made you not give up at that point?
Rod Green.
And what did he say to you?
I mean, you know Rod.
Phenomenal football player. One of my favorite high school athletes ever.
I was gonna hang it up. I was like, man, fuck this. There's too much shit, too much haters, whatnot. Fuck everybody. Yeah. And Rod was like, nah, I'm pissed off now. He was like, fuck them. He goes, I'm gonna help you fill out the paperwork. He goes, we're gonna get everything straight with anything legal that needs to be done. He goes, I got you. So we filled out everything. I did everything that I needed to do with the state. Got my license, and as soon as like 9 months later, that's when I got the license. Finally, after 9 months, everyone was like, I had fighters from Corpus telling me, oh yeah, they said they reported you, they shut you down, that you weren't coming back.
They said that about Michael Myers too.
Yeah. And I was like, man, that's some whole shit.
Yeah, that's some whole shit.
And I was like, but it is what it is. So as soon as I got my license, Ron was like, hey, so you have 60 days to put in a request for a date. And he was like, when do you think we put a show on? I was like, man, I can do it now. Yeah. He goes, you're that confident? I said, yeah, I'm that confident. I said, I'm a natural salesperson.
Fact.
That's one thing.
And all your homeboys gonna ride with you.
Yeah, like that's one thing I think I have over a lot of people that are trying to do it or trying to come up with. I'm a natural salesperson, So he was, well, you can't do it till 60 days out. So we did exactly 60 days out. I requested the date got approved. Sold that bitch out. Okay.
So Tabber Scrap will be November 1st at the community center, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so what fights can we see at this event? Like, what kind of, give me some of the matchups, man.
So, man, the good thing is we're finally back at the Dome. It's been over a year since I've been back.
I was there last time, yeah.
Yeah, and, yeah.
Shout out, you gave me a booth free. Hey, bro, you gave me, I said, hey, man, I need help. I'm just got out of prison.
You helped me out, too, when I had to kick that dude out.
Oh yeah, say y'all ain't fighting Peter. Yeah. But you weren't scared though.
Nah.
And you said, hey, you got me fucked up. I do this shit too.
Yeah. He probably would whoop my ass, but
nah, he got jumped.
Now I had other coaches there too. They're like, does that motherfucker don't know who you are?
Yeah.
They all had my back, which is cool.
Okay, so what happened that time, right, is a fighter. It's his brother was fighting, right?
Yeah, he got knocked
and
out.
then he got knocked out, and then the referee let the fight go on too long.
He didn't let it go on too long.
No, he really gave the. Remember when Rampage fought Rashad?
He was defending that way.
Listen. Remember when Rampage was fighting Rashad?
Yeah.
Rashad is my fighter, right? But Rampage was on top of Rashad, and I was like, damn, y'all, they should have stopped the fight. Mm-hmm. But they didn't stop the fight and gave Rashad a chance, and Rashad came back and won. So then it's crazy because it's really the longer you allow the fight to go on, the longer you allow the other person to recoup. Yeah. So I understand it in that it's kind of both ways, but then the dude tries to jump in the ring and save his brother, and then he ends up getting kicked out and stuff. So
yeah, I was right there. He tried to jump over the sanction area. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
It's crazy. I was there. I seen it.
But I'm excited, man, to come back to Victoria. Like I said, it's been over. It was
what
last
fights?
July.
Give me some matchups, brother.
So Chris Gonzalez.
My boy.
Chris Gonzalez. No one don't really like his record. Don't reflect how talented this kid is.
I knew his dad really well. I loved his pop.
Yeah, his dad's good people. I think Chris is 1-3. Won his first fight on Tapper Scrap, but he fought some tough competition. Mm-hmm. He literally fought.
And he looks smaller than his opponent. I told Johnny, I think he looks smaller than his opponent, and Johnny was like, "No, he doesn't." I'm like, "No, he does." Yeah. It's like he's fighting actually bigger dudes because when they cut down, I mean, he's a little guy in there chunking hard.
Yeah, well, Chris is a natural 115.
Yeah.
So Chris has to eat to make weight.
Yeah, and then everybody else is dumbing down.
Yeah, and then when they come in, they're like 15, 20 pounds.
Uh-huh.
But Chris, I love Chris to death. He was one of my main coaches when I fought. Like, he trained me.
I heard he was a good coach.
Yeah, hell of a coach. Very
hell of a person.
That too, but this guy knows his shit. Mm-hmm. He's special. He's special. But shout out to Chris though. I'm excited to see his return back. You know, and he's fighting another tough guy from Strike Kings.
And he don't care.
Yeah, no, Chris don't care, but neither does the other guy, Michael.
I know. It don't. Yeah. It's just gonna be a fight.
Yeah,
somebody's gonna get hit in the face.
Yeah. So when they agreed to this fight, I was like, man, because Michael's not going to the ground. Mm-hmm. Chris isn't going to the ground.
So they're
gonna squab. Like, that's one fight that I'm fucking excited about. Yeah. You know, just because Michael, I love that kid to death. Out of Strike Kings, and I mean they have I think Jeff O'Neal. I might said his name wrong. Neil. He's like I think ranked number 4 or 5 in the UFC. Mm-hmm. That fights out of their gym and shit. But Michael was a dog. Mm-hmm. He likes to come in, bang, throw hands, gives no fucks.
Yeah.
Chris is technical, but Chris
loves. No fucks.
He don't. But Chris is a stand up. Like, he's good on the ground.
I saw him fight before.
Yeah, but I'm excited for that matchup. That's one I'm really.
And also, like, he went through a lot of turbulence because his dad, who was my good friend, I love Chris Gonzalez, he passed away. So this guy went through a lot of emotional things in life and has had to reconnect to himself because he lost his pop. So to see him step in there, I'm just proud of him as a person because the stuff that he's had to go through to overcome and then still do that. But, I mean, his dad was a fighter, too. His dad was crazy. I can name a whole bunch of stories about his dad.
Yeah, I know his dad. We hung out quite a bit back in the day. And another fight, you know, we're going to have Johnny Ramirez back, and he's fighting Joseph Sanchez.
Joseph Sanchez.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough fight for Johnny.
Yeah.
Joseph and Jacob, they're twin brothers. Jacob he won my 165 title. Mm-hmm. And these boys... I mean,
Johnny will bar that shit though.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. I'm excited for that one because I don't see that going to the ground. That's gonna be a standing up.
Johnny was on like my last podcast. Johnny was on, and I liked his attitude, his spirit. I used to know him when I was a little boy, but he don't give a damn.
Johnny's talented too.
When like a lot of people can say they're fighters, but like I told him, I was like, if you only fight when you know you're gonna win, you're a bully. He gets in there no matter what's gonna happen. And I did see him, like, he lost his fight against what's his name, Dalton?
No,
it was the white dude.
No, he lost to Christian Sanchez.
No, I'm talking about the one that was.
He fought for the title.
No. Whenever he fought at the community center.
Yeah, he fought for the title. He lost to Colt Knapp.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. When I looked in that dude's eyes, I was like, he was like a zombie. I was like, dude, that dude's coming.
Yeah,
Colt Knapp was very strong.
He's coming back. Finally, he's been out for a little bit. He'll be fighting again too. Colt Knapp's my 155 champ. But that was a tough fight for Johnny as well too. It was a good fight. I mean, that showed the type of person Johnny is.
Resilient. Because he was getting hit. I mean, I can't say he got dominated, but he didn't get dominated.
No,
it was like the dude was a little stronger, but Johnny was in there. His strength training, it showed he could use a little bit more strength training because the dude was just a little bit stronger.
Oh yeah, and he comes South Texas training. No, my bad, Patrick. He always gonna want to whoop my ass. It's South Texas Training Center at Corpus.
Yeah.
I mean, Patrick got an awesome gym going on over there. He got some up and coming talent as well too. Mm-hmm. Shout out to them. But other than Johnny as well, we got we have the Monsters Den back on Tapper Scrap.
Monsters Den, that's Johnny Aguilar?
Yeah, Johnny Aguilar. He's been in the game for a long time, man.
I heard great things about him.
No, Johnny's
but he didn't come on my interview. Johnny, you out of line.
Yeah, Johnny's a big teddy bear, man. Me and him had our ups and downs, differences. And, I love the guy to death. And, I'm glad him and I were able to work through our differences that we had. But he has some up-and-coming talent as well, too. He's got some dogs.
Does Brandon, what's his name?
Brandon Hill and Satori.
Okay, does he have some fighters in this?
Yeah, so the main event is coming out of Satori's. That's Greg Johnson. They call him Uncle Greg.
Uncle Greg?
Yeah. That dude.
They're not fucking with Uncle Greg.
Nah, Uncle Greg is...
Uncle Greg, spank that ass.
Nah, he's cold, man. So, his only loss is to my champion, my 145 champion.
What's his name?
Johnny Gonzalez.
Okay.
Johnny Gonzalez is smooth. I think he's 7-0.
I've been seeing Brandon. I like his little videos because he's really a good coach. You can tell past all the bullshit that he really cares about his fighters. No. He's really in there and giving his heart and soul, and that's all you can ask.
That's one thing. I commend Brandon. His kids class, phenomenal. Mm-hmm. He has a great kids class. He has a great program. Between them and Monster Den, they both got great programs. You can't knock them on. They just coach different. If you're looking for that raw, and you're gonna come in, you're gonna learn this way. You're gonna go to Monster Den. Mm-hmm. You're trying to learn, the technical and stuff. You're gonna go to Satori. They're two different.
They have their benefits. But then that's why they call it mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
Because you can gain something from anybody. I can go here and learn something. I can go here and learn something.
They're both great coaches. Brandon and Johnny Aguilar, and they're both great coaches, man. And what they both do with the mixed martial arts here in the communities is great, man. It's good. It's good.
Okay, so where will this event be, and how does the public get tickets?
Well, so right now, tickets aren't available yet. We're still waiting for the state to approve the event, which it'll get approved.
Of course.
But once they approve the date, it's 60 days out, then tickets will go on sale, and then I'll be, it'll be on my Facebook. I'm constantly nonstop posting shit. So.
Okay, so we already went through what matchups have you lined. Okay, so what other matchups? Give me some of the matchups that are aligned outside of the ones you want to see. What other matchups do you have?
Man, I got 15 fights. This card has been packed.
Just give me the ones that you know off your top of your head.
Off top of my head, fuck, dude. From fight 1 to the end, my co-main event, my 185 champ, Daniel Puentes from House of Jiu-Jitsu.
I think I
he fought on Tapper Scrap 6. He fought that big Samoan dude.
Okay.
And then he did the call out. He called out that my champion.
I remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
He went in the ring.
Yeah, he went in the ring.
Okay, I remember that. I seen that.
Yeah, so he's defending his belt.
Was that David Puente? No.
Yeah, no, it was David Puentes. Yes. Who did he fucking call that? J. Pineda.
Okay,
Jason.
I seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, but
where's he from? Corpus.
He's from Corpus.
There's a bunch of Pinedas. I played some Pinedas in football. They play for Ray.
South Texas Fight Academy.
Yeah.
Now Jason's talented, but I think he's going down in weight now. But he's fighting Miguel Ochoa from Limitless MMA. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be a tough fight. That dude, he's got that look in his eye. I saw him fight. It's crazy.
Hey man, dude, they don't realize. Like I've been to prison, right? And I've seen a bunch of fights. Right, but when you hear them gloves hit, it's different. I've never gone to an MMA event, right? But when I went to an MMA event, you actually hear the contact and how hard these people are hitting each other, I'm like, damn.
That's the kicks.
It's like a fastball hitting the mitt.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, these dudes hit hard, but until you go and you hear it live, it's a whole different ball game.
But nah, man. To be honest, I'm excited for every fight on the card. You know, I'm releasing cards right now, fights. You know, from I have 3 title fights, and then I have a bunch of newbies on the card that are really good. Got Kenny Sanchez coming back from Satori. He just got his first win, so you know, that was good for him. And Monsters in, I think I got like 4 or 5 guys fight for me on this card. But other than that, I mean, just even for the guys from out of town are talented on this card. This is probably the most talented cards I've had.
Well, of course it's gonna get like that because then you're just gonna continue to build. So, how do you go about lining up fights? Okay, we have an event, we have all these fighters, they fight. So then, as a person, you sit back on your desk and whatever, and then so how do you go about lining these fights for each event? What do you do and how do you match them up and go about the process?
So it's pretty much you know, I'm very transparent with all the coaches, but I look up all these fighters and at the style, like the type of style, they are. I'm like, man, it's gonna be a good fight, you know. But I've never really put someone on when they just got their ass beat, you know. So it's all about the competition. Because at the end of the day, I still want that guy to come back and fight, you know, not just for me, but for anybody else. So, I mean,
you try to match up fighters to their level of competition.
To the level, yeah. I don't ever try.
You never want to put a fighter in a dangerous position.
Yeah, but like I say, I do all the matchmaking as well too, which is a pain in my ass. Matchmaking is a pain in my ass. I hate it.
Yeah.
But I do it just because I'm anal.
Yeah.
You know, I've tried to have someone come and do it, but I'm like, hey, what do you got right now? Well, I'm trying to. I said, nah, find somebody. And then if I gotta ask you again, and you haven't got nothing, I mean, you ain't really doing your job.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, but I'm blessed to have people that want to fight for Tapper Strap. So I have a backup for a backup for a backup.
So you really, you have a backup, you have people calling you.
Nonstop. But right now, I got people blowing me up trying to get on the card. I'm like, man, bro, it's packed. I have one guy, and I feel bad. Darius Diamond, he's you know, he just got knocked out of the night on the last show.
The black dude?
Yeah, with the fro.
Yeah, okay, I know
fro.
you.
Yeah, I mean, I give this guy his flowers just because this dude showed up with just his chick to the show as his corner. You know, just showed up, just him, his chick, and
me and baby.
Pretty much, and knocked this dude out.
Yeah.
And the other guy, I mean, it takes balls getting in there, but he comes from a great camp.
Yeah.
And he came in, knocked the dude out. One fight, knockout of the night.
Mm-hmm.
I offered him a fight about 3 weeks ago, and he finally accepted it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I think kind of got a little upset. I was like, well, you know, the card's full.
Yeah.
You know, and I told him, I was like, hey, look, dude, if I don't get a response in a day or two, I'm moving on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it just didn't happen.
It's nothing personal.
It's nothing personal. I got a card to fill.
We have a card to fill.
Yeah. But no, I love the kid. I mean, he's talented.
Great heart.
Not just that, he's a character.
Mm-hmm.
He's
entertaining.
Yeah, he's very entertaining, man. So if someone falls off, I tell him, hey, I'm gonna step you up. He goes, well, whatever it is, I'm game. So he goes, I'm telling the U.S. right now, motherfucker.
Ready.
You know?
No, I'm ready.
So,
okay. What is your ultimate goal for Tapper Scrap? Like, whenever you look at your goal and what you started from wherever Breezy's, the vision, what is your ultimate goal for what you're doing?
Man, my ultimate goal, honestly, was never to be where it's at right now. It was more of a hobby. Like.
So you basically you kind of outshined your goal a little bit.
Oh, very. Yeah, that's real talk. It's I really brought Tapper Scrap just to have something to do for the local community for the fighters here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't plan on getting to where it was at.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the success that I've had, you know, now, you know, my vision's a lot bigger. And I give a lot of that to my girl, Christy, you know, just to, you know, open up my vision and, you know, looking down the road. Yeah. And so, you know, my goal is I'm going to turn pro next year. And I'm going to do pro and amateur, you know, at the same time. And, you know, it's to get on the UFC Fight Pass.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I want fighters to, you know, to start their career with Tapper Scrap, you know, fight pro for me.
Okay, so basically, there's minor leagues for fighting, whether it be all these different organizations. They're pro fights, but then they're not quite UFC, so they're like the minor leagues of the MMA.
Farm league.
Farm league.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to be. You know, there's certain stuff, but you know, I'm staying in my lane right now. You know, I don't want to hurry up and get into that, but I'm still building the brand. Tapper Scrap's only been here for 2 years. So you know, but I think I can do it now. I think like next year I can
definitely
you
can do it. You're already on a good path.
Yeah.
I've been to your event. I was proud of you. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Until you really go and then you experience it, then you get to see it how really cool it is. And I went. I was like amazed. And then the way you handled it like a quarterback, I was just like, wow, this is very impressive. So, who is your favorite UFC fighter?
Oh man, the Diaz brothers.
Really?
Both of them.
Why?
They give no fucks.
No fucks at all.
None.
I like Nate. I really do. I like them both. Really, they're both very good.
Yeah. You know, and that's how I feel. Mm-hmm. You know, like now, you know, after I took that little break and just kind of just fell off the face, you know, of the earth, and like I didn't talk to nobody for like 3 months or so. I mean, you were at my birthday party last year.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was not even on social media. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that was just a hand-selected few people that were there.
Yeah.
That's how far disconnected I was from everybody at that time. But it was
And then, okay, so what made you want to, man, I'm fixing a resurgence. I got my breath back. I want to bring this back, and then I want to just kind of get my ideas together and come harder.
Well, all it was, really, it was football season was coming around. My son, you know, I love bragging on my son.
The little cocky fucker.
Yeah. I think he scored this nasty ass touchdown in a scrimmage, so I posted it. And then when I posted it, David Puentes, he was like, I need my title shot here. Mm-hmm. On Tapper Scrap 6. Mm-hmm. And that shit, everybody started sharing it. You know, he was calling out Jason. Yeah. You know, and then I was like, man, fuck. And then I had fighters and coaches reach out to me. They're like, hey, man, I'm glad you're doing okay. You know, we're worried about you. I had fighters reaching out to me. They're like, hey, man, we're glad you're okay. Are you good? All this other shit. You know, they're generally worried about me. In which, you know, the way I just kind of went off Facebook was kind of fucked up. But, dude, like, mentally I was fucked. Like, that's real shit. I was mentally fucked.
And the people don't see that.
Yeah.
From the exterior, people like see you, they see you doing good, and then they don't see the dark moments.
Yeah.
You know, and I understand those dark moments because I faced them all my life. So.
And I was in a dark time, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was in a very, very dark time just because I had so many people in my ears. You know, just had so many people. Hey, you needed this, you needed that. Hey, man, fuck you. Hey, you know, it was bad to where I was like, you know what, fuck all y'all. I don't need this shit. Like, I did this shit just for fun. Like, I have a career outside of this. But it was that post, and then people just kept on getting shared and shared. And I talked to Christy, and, you know, we talked about it, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do it. Mm-hmm. And then it just, the next day.
Hey, David, he was at the fight, right? He said, man, I like your shirt. I said, bro, you win your fight, and I'll give you a free shirt. Tell me why he came back. He still had blood on his face. Man, where my free shirt at? Huh? I'm like, all right, bro, here. I was like, this man came back from his shirt.
That was a badass fight. But nah, that's what it was. It was when David called out Jason, and then we went to George West. We did the show in the middle of fucking nowhere. Mm-hmm. And the main reason I did it there was like, I said, you know what, if I can go to the middle of fucking nowhere, put a show on, sell it out, I'm meant to do this shit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think there ain't shit in George West. They didn't even know what the fuck MMA was.
Yeah.
You know, it was crazy.
George, well, I've been to George, man.
Yeah, you know, you passed through George West.
I went to jail in Georgia.
They got a jail there?
We ain't gonna, yeah, man. I ain't gonna tell that story.
But now we went to George West. Christy and I stayed up there for a whole week because I was scared. I was like, man, fuck, this show ain't gonna sell out.
Yeah.
So we stayed up there. Oh man, it was. I felt that's how much I know this girl loves me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where we stayed at. I mean, it was their 5-star, but man, no, not knocking George West, but man,
it was terrible.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible, and we were up there for a week. So I was in the streets every day. I was there's an Exxon, so where the plant drivers are driving in, I was standing out in the rain selling tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So before they go into the plant.
But luckily, there's nothing to do in the town.
Nothing to do.
So once they heard that there was something going on, they were like, "Oh, hold on."
I went everywhere though. What's this? What's this? I was just fights like boxing. Yes, but they get a kick and knee and all the good shit.
Slam you on the head.
Yeah, I was showing videos and all types of shit, and then I ended up selling tickets, and then the day of the event, we had to cut it off. We opened the doors at 6:30, 6:45, 6:50. We had to cut it off. It was, it was wall to wall.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, I was like, that my confidence just went up. I was like, man, if I just came out here in the middle of fucking nowhere and sold this bitch out, I could go anywhere. Go anywhere. And
so what Gyro? I know Gyro plays a part in it. What is your relationship with Gyro like?
Nah, Gyro's my best friend, man. He's
That's
my
boy. Hey, my road dog.
Yeah, Gyro's my brother, man. I give a lot of my success to him as well too. Just not just being a brother and a close friend or best friend, just being that moral support to say, hey, nah, bitch, you're fucking up.
Yeah.
Because most people is like, you got a bunch of yes people around you.
Yes, man.
Yeah, and Gyro's like, nah, you need to do this, and so, but you know how far back Gyro and I go by.
Yeah, because we go back to the parties on Woodline.
Yeah.
20-some years ago, me, you, and Gyro hanging out.
Yeah, but
Gyro's always been a good person, my good friend, and somebody that has always helped me and always just such a big heart.
Like, if I ever need just to sit there and talk or just, hey, do you think this is right? He was not, fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, stop pleasing people.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to please nobody. You know who your friends are.
Mm-hmm.
That type of shit. Like, he would always say,
stiff. Like,
yeah.
Gyro don't know.
He'd be like, hey,
Gyro ain't no
he'd be like, hey, were they shooting? Nah, I can't say that on here.
No.
But not just that. Gyro's a big part of the Tapper Scrap. He's my secretary. Yeah. He's my secretary.
Gyro, you a secretary?
And he don't
do
don't do shit but sell me shots.
Secretary ass.
Nah, but he's my secretary.
I'm gonna call him the secretary next time I see him, see if he don't hit me. Hey, so who are some of your sponsors for the events? Like some of your major sponsors, the people who have helped you, whether it's past events or present events, people that make this shit happen.
John Quintanilla from USA The Buzz. I mean, he's been a big part of my growth with their sponsorships from day one. He's been a blessing. He's always been a big supporter. I have Iroll Designs as well too. She's my Husana. She does all my fucking badass flyers that you see.
What's it called?
Iroll Designs.
Iroll Designs. Badass. Cool.
Like all the flyers you see on Tapper Scrap. That she came on board on Tapper Scrap 7, and I mean she's phenomenal. Then I have Ricky Garza from Extreme Ink.
Man, my boy, I know Ricky. I've known Ricky real well. Good people.
Yeah, not just he's a sponsor, but man, Ricky, he's that guy. The little shit that you forget, he's there. Hey, what do you need? Yeah. Like, fuck, I need this, and this.
His heart's big, and he's
gonna
be there.
And he's
gonna
always
ride
gonna be there.
Anytime you need, any way, shape, or form.
Anything I ever need, man, from Ricky, he's that guy. Like it's like, hey, don't worry about it. Do what you gotta do. He goes, I got you.
Yeah, bro, we were looking for tape for gloves. Remember before we at Walmart trying to chase down some tape.
No, Ricky's that dude, man.
Yeah.
So he's always been a sponsor of mine as well too.
Yeah.
Stinger Supplement from Port Lavaca, Daniel Letha. He's doing great things over there, man.
Oh, so Port Lavaca got a supplement?
Yeah, Stinger Supplement.
I've never heard of him, but that's cool. Stinger Supplement.
So you need to go check him out.
Yeah. Where is it at?
fuck, I don't know the road, but it's important. It ain't hard to find.
It's not hell no.
Nah.
There's 3 places to go.
Yeah, it's just one main road. You take a right.
One main
Like,
road,
just
take a
look it
right.
up, Google it.
You won't see the sign. Just look.
Yeah. Fireflix TV.
Fireflix TV.
Yeah. I mean, that's my production team. I mean, you know, we put out some good content. You know, but who else? Port Lavaca Ford, who I work for the Keenan Auto Group. You know, I tell people this all the time, man. There's no tapper scrap without the car business. Because everything I learned in the car business translated to tapper scrap. So I'm very grateful for what I learned in the car business, you know, and I didn't really start, like, learning shit till I started working for Toyota through the Keenan Group, and Josh Smith was my GM at the time. He used to chew my ass out a lot, but, like, between him and Greg Gunn and the people that I learned, and then the connections I made from selling vehicles, I mean, translated over here. That's why I'm able to get sponsorships all the time. Who else?
Actually, performance too, because once they see the event, then they definitely want to put money into it because you do a really good job.
No, I mean, I don't know who else, if I'm missing anybody else. Joey Sandoval, brothers.
Bro, yeah, I talked to him yesterday.
Yeah, Joey does. He does a lot for me as well too, man. You know, him and his brothers beef jerky. That shit's good. But not even Joey. Joey does a lot for me. But I mean,
does Joey still do the? He makes signs, shirts.
Yeah, he does signs. He does everything, man. Yeah. And then my web designer, Jenny Kelly. So she just started coming on. She's gonna be designing my website and we're gonna start doing a lot through the website as well too. Shit. But my biggest sponsor, someone that makes this shit go around, is my girl, man.
Yeah.
Christy, you know, without her.
Sucker for love.
Yeah. Not so much, man.
I know.
She came on board after Tapper Scrap 6. Man, she's my vice president now, officially. Yeah. So that's the vice president of the show, made it officially through the state. Yeah. So you know I love her. Sure. Yeah, she makes my show run smooth for me.
Yeah, that's great. It takes a good woman to do that.
Yeah, she's great, man.
So, any shout outs that you want to give or anything that you want to talk about about the fights that, just something on your chest that you want to get off?
Not really, man. I'm excited just to come back to Victoria. You know, it's been a long year. I'm truly excited, and I'm excited to give, you know, Victoria a show, you know, a good show. I mean, I can't remember when there was a good show here. Yeah, and then there's news coverage and everything. Oh yeah, I remember after the fights we get to watch it on the news and it was covered and there was a lot of great things happening. So. No, I'm excited for it, man. Like I said, if you ever been to a Tapper Scrap event, I mean, it's a whole vibe. Like,
whole vibe.
Like, it's like that's one thing I think.
Hey, so I'm by Colt's mom. So I'm yelling for Johnny, whoop his ass. And then Colt's mom was like, no, kill him, baby. So I'm like, shut up, man. You trying to get my homeboy beat up. So I go up to Colt, I'm like, man, listen, I don't appreciate you hitting my homeboy like that. You know what I mean? He starts laughing, but his mom, me and her were next to each other. I'm yelling for Johnny. She's yelling for her son. I was like, it's funny. I was like, man, this lady's cool as hell.
Hey, Colt's a monster, man. I'm excited to have him back. We'll be fighting early hopefully February.
So did he get hurt?
You know, he took a little time off. He did.
So I mean, everybody, most fighters fight every year.
Yeah, but
once a year.
But he fought a lot.
Yeah, he fought a lot.
He fought a lot. So
but once you build your name, there's no point in that. Yeah. Like you got to earn your card, but once you got your card, shit, take your time, fight when you're ready.
Nah, Colt's a tough dude, man. He's I'm excited. Hopefully he'll come back in February and fight, cause my 155 title, my 155 matchup between Josh Sanchez and Johnny. It's I told both of them, I was like, hey. I said, Johnny, you want your redemption? Come and put on a show. I told Joseph, hey, you want a title shot? You got to go through him. So Johnny's motivated. Joseph's, him and his brother both, they both.
They probably been fighting each other in the house over Nintendo games.
So you know what's funny?
Every damn thing possible as kids.
So when I got a picture of Jacob, and then. So I try to find these guys on Instagram so I could tag them. And then I got a picture of Joseph. I never knew they were twin brothers. I was like, man, what the fuck, man? I was like, this guy looks just like him, but the picture he just sent me has long hair. This one has short.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know what to put on there. And I was like, man, what the fuck? But he's right here saying Joseph, and this was saying Jacob. So I thought it was the same guy, but he didn't go. So I was like, hey, what do you go by? He goes, oh, no, that's my twin brother. I was like, damn, I was wondering. I was fucking tripping.
Yeah,
But
you gotta watch them. They might sneak in there for their brother.
Hey, nah, they I mean, they both won. They both beat the shit out of both their opponents.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, they're legit, man. They're good. They come from good school and everything.
Yeah, that's good. Well, okay, Peter Morales, Tabber Scrap. This will be November 1st at the community center. We'll get back to you with tickets and everything. So, I mean, he got a lot of great things going on, and it's an honor to have you on my show as a friend, and I appreciate everything you've done for me. So, that'll be it for the show today.
Peace out.